tell us about your role and main responsibilities throughout the duration of the project.
Well, my initial role was creative director for the Laura Marling songs. In the end, I did some writing, and I also took on the website design and upkeep of online admin. And so in the end, after writing some songs, one of the Laura Marling songs that was chosen was a song called Water that I wrote, and so I oversaw the kind of everything with that, and wrote and orchestrated the song. So that was my role in that.
Okay. How would you describe your success within this role, and what problems did you encounter, and how did you overcome them?
I think that as far as the songwriting goes, I think there's some success there. With the kind of writing of the songs, I feel like the song structure is kind of similar to how Laura Marling would have done it in the orchestration as well. With the melody, I think that she may have used something a bit different, and I also think for kind of like lyrical stuff, she usually has more of a kind of witty spin on her words, but fairly successful from that point of view. From the website of things, I think I could have had a much more impact with the website and things like that. Regular updates on the blogs there should have been more of that, but overall I think that it's okay in the end, so, yeah.
So how do you think the project could have been handled better, and what would you do differently a second time round?
I think that's a really hard question, actually. I thought that in general it's been successful. I think we've gotten to a certain point now where everything's kind of come together, and I think the pressure of time obviously does that to you. At the same time though, I think that there could have been some elements within organisation of all of us. I think that in some ways, when you start a project like this, I feel like we've almost been like kids playing shop in some ways. At first we kind of all put out these roles, and this is what we need to do, and I don't think that until we were kind of like halfway through the project we realised what those roles actually meant and what would be required of us from those roles. So, you know, I think that's just what happens the first time round though. It's the first time we've ever handled anything like this. So in general I think actually we've done fairly well because of that.
Take us through the compositional processes of your song, and what elements did you take from Laura Marling's music and apply to your own?
Compositional processes for Water. Basically, we had a workshop with Natalie, and the idea was to write a song based on 3 chords. So that's what I did. I took chords G, C, and I don't know the last chord.
Could it be minor?
Yeah, I think it was just G and C. I worked on in the verses, and then for the chorus, I incorporated the A minor. And so I took that and did a simple picking pattern to begin with for the guitar. I then wrote lyrics that were kind of based around love, as Alas I Cannot Swim is based on this kind of love triangle that she was going through at that time. So that's kind of where I went from there. And then orchestration, basically. I noticed that she used a lot of strings, arrangements, things like accordions and pianos, and a lot of kind of natural acoustic instruments. So that's kind of why I decided to orchestrate Water in that same way. So I wrote string parts and arrangements for that as
well. Okay. How would you say your song is different from Laura Marling's, and sort of why do you think it's better to sort of either have sort of songs that feature her elements or songs that are exactly the same? What do you think is better out of the two, really?
I think it's good to have songs that feature her elements. I mean, obviously you're never going to be able to pull off a song that is meant to be a Laura Marling song better than Laura Marling can, so why try, I think, in some ways. I think it's great to take inspirational elements from that album, which I think we have done for all 3 albums that we have been working with. What was the first part of that question? Sorry.
It was just saying like how your song is different from hers.
Oh yeah, okay. So how my song's different from hers. As I was saying before, I think like the lyrical elements, I think she would have had quicker, more snappy words in hers, and whereas mine are longer phrases. So that's something I think she would have done differently.
Okay. That's it.
Cool, thanks.
That's all right.